Hi VC, it's me again. Time for another video. I'm having a very productive day here today. This is my third video today. Yes, it's late at night. It's gone 11. I'm tired. I'm going to be going to bed very soon. But I did a little shopping trip today with my older brother. We went out and, to Innovative Audio in Surrey near here. Great store. I go there about once a month. They've uh, recently, well, a year ago bought a 40,000 plus album collection from an individual who just didn't want to have it anymore, and they've been slowly putting it out in tens, twenties, hundred as they sell their stock. And so I go back once every month just to make sure there's nothing there I've missed. And I picked up a few albums today, so I'll just briefly show you what I got, and then I'll show you a shirt that I have in a drawer that from my favorite record store. And it's kind of cool. I'll show you that at the end. So I've got one, two, three, six albums here that I picked up today. First one was in a dollar bin, and I'll preface it saying I don't like this group, but as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I used to be a part-time DJ. I used to do people's parties for them and backyard parties, and I did a couple of weddings and stuff like that, but just for fun. I didn't really make any money at it. Excuse me. But when you do this sort of thing and you host parties, and we have a couple of parties in the clubhouse at our townhouse complex we live in here, and when you do stuff like that, people want to hear music that you may not necessarily like Michael Jackson. I don't like Michael Jackson, but we do a Halloween party every year where I spin vinyl, and everybody wants to hear Thriller. I don't like it, but I'm not going to disappoint the crowd, so I went and bought a cheap copy of that. I think I finally found one for under 20 bucks. I had to spend 13 bucks on this thing, and I will never play for myself. Not my choice of artist, whatever. Um, there's a few things like that. My wife loves the Monkees. I couldn't care less. A couple of songs I like, but really not a big fan. Um, and this one that I picked up in this store's dollar bin today. Yeah, it's got a couple of songs. I know all the songs on here, but it's only got a couple I like. I was never into this band. It was sort of a teeny bopper band back in the day. Bay City Rollers. Well, whatever. I'll never play this myself, but I know I get when I do these dance parties and things. Do you have Saturday night? Do you have SATURD? Oh, yeah, I know how to spell it. So now I have it. It cost me $1. It's in decent shape, decent enough for what it is. It's still in the original shrink wrap, actually. Um, Rock and Roll Love Letter, that was okay. Yesterday's Heroes was a pretty cool song. I'll give them that. That was a great song. Saturday Night, played to death in the day. I don't care for it. I Only Want to Be With You, cover of the 50s, 60s song. I forget who did it originally, but yeah, not my band, but people want to hear it, I'll have it. Um, Second one, and this is more to my taste. Steppenwolf, 16 great performances. So it's greatest hits album. Um, great group of songs on here. I don't want to have 5 different Steppenwolf albums. I don't know enough of their stuff, but it's got Magic Carpet Ride the Pusher. It's got to have Born to Be Wild on here, and Rock Me Hey Lottie Mama Move Over. This is a really cool album. I'm going to hook my turntables back up tomorrow, and this is going to be one of the first ones I spin. It's in nice shape. This was $12. Again, this is Canadian, and the vinyl's in a really nice shape. I don't know if you can see that or not. There's a little bit of a scuff mark on one side, but I tried it on the turntable in the store, and it played perfectly. So I'll just run a brush over that once while it's spinning before I drop the needle, and it'll be fine. Can't get it back in the jacket. So Steppenwolf, 16 great performances. And number 2 that I picked up today. And again, this is another group that I'm not a big fan of. My younger brother was a huge fan of this group growing up when we were teens, living at home still. And he played them ad nauseum, and I just got sick of hearing them. and my parents too got sick of hearing them. They bought us both headphones, you know, for the stuff that we like to play. I liked Queen, and he liked this group. But we were at the local festival here. It was a 3-day thing, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Friday night they had a couple of tribute bands, the Cars tribute band and Eagle Eyes, which does a really, really good Eagles cover. But I didn't get to see that. We arrived too late back that Friday night from the holiday, so we heard the last half hour of that show from our front balcony. And we're across the other side of town. They play these shows pretty loud, so they can only play till 10 o'clock at night, because otherwise the neighbors start complaining about the noise. But Saturday, the main band was Loverboy. Again, a Canadian band from Vancouver area, but not my band. They had a couple of songs that I liked, but they put on a good performance, which is not my band. And the same as this one. But they had a tribute band before Loverboy came on, that tribute band to this band, and they made me like them. They were really good. They were really high energy, great fun. And the band I'm speaking about is an American band that recorded up here in Vancouver in Canada, and everyone says, oh, they're a Canadian band. They're not a Canadian band. They're a Seattle band, but they recorded in Vancouver, and that's Heart. So I picked up 2 albums, and this one was $4.99, I think it was, in the As Is bin, Heart, Dreamboat Annie. But I opened it up. I open up every used album I buy, and it's in the vinyl's in mint condition. I don't know why it's As Is. The album jacket has a little bit of ringwear to it, but really for what I paid for it, it's in excellent condition. The gatefold, some really nice pictures of the band in there. You can see that or not. But yeah, there's some songs on here that I like. I won't play it ad nauseum the way my brother did, and may still do, but all power to him. That's his band, that's his band. We all have that one band that we really, really love or identify with. That just speaks to us. That's his, and that's cool. So I bought that, and for about the same price and the same thing in the As Is bin, another Heart album, Magazine, and this has again a couple of songs on it that I know, and I like. Heartless is on here. Magazine was a good song. This one is not a gatefold, but it's and you'll notice how I open my albums. I can't stand it when I see people open the album and they grab the side of the vinyl and pull it out. Don't touch the vinyl with your fingers, people, please. Oh, my OCD just sets off when you do that. So, again, vinyl is perfect condition. It's just, the album itself is absolutely mint. The cover has a bit of wear on it, and I guess that's why it's in the As Is bin. But again, for $6.95, $7.95 I paid for this. Well worth it. I'm still missing 1 or 2 Heart albums from my collection, and I'm not in a rush to get them again. It's not my band, but I will fill those holes up as I find them, in the prices I want to pay. Yeah, the spine of this album has a little bit of wear and tear to it, a bit of damage, but overall, pretty good condition. The vinyl is great. I'll spin that tomorrow. 2 more. Creedence Clearwater Revival. I guess this is their first album because it seems to be self-titled. This I paid $1 for. The vinyl, the jacket's got a great big chew out of it up here. I didn't have this album. I wanted it. I can't find it anywhere else so far, and I'll find an upgrade copy of it one day. The important, and somebody's got their name written on the hype sticker here. It'll be taken to a party at some point. And it's got the original paper sleeve inside, advertising them. So this is obviously a repress because it's got all their later albums on it too. So this is a repress after the fact. Yeah, it's got a pretty cool sort of photo of the band there, an artist rendition. And then the album's in a plastic sleeve. But the important part of any album is the vinyl. And this vinyl is, I looked at it in the store, and it's in good shape. It needs a bit of a clean. I'll put some solution on my brush, and I'll give this a good clean, and it'll play fine. I tried it in the store, And there's a little bit of snap, crackle, pop to it, but I can get rid of that with the cleaner and a good brushing. And then we'll run the needle over and we'll clean it again, and it'll be fine. But again, that was in the dollar bin, and for $1, yeah, I'll accept the damage cover for $1, and then I'll just look for an upgrade copy later on. And if I happen to find one with a rough album and a good cover, so be it, I'll do a swappy swap, and we'll have a complete set that's good, and I'll donate the other one. So back in the jacket with you, but that's Creedence Clearwater Revival, their first self-titled album. And the hits off of this one were, I believe, Proud Mary was on this. No, Susie Q, the other girl. Susie Q was on this one. And I Put a Spell on You. And I don't know what happened to the rest of the members of the band, but John Fogerty still tours, and I had the pleasure of seeing him a couple of years ago at one of the local junior hockey arenas, like a 12,000, 8,000 seat. I think it was an 8,000 seat arena. And just a fantastic show. The man is 70-something, nothing but high energy, just goes. Still sounds fantastic, still knows how to connect with his audience and put on a great show. If you get a chance to see John Fogerty touring, do it. Well, we've got to see these icons while they're still touring, because they're starting to drop like flies the last few years, and it's really sad. Before we lose them all, you know, if you like these bands, please go see them. I try to do as many as I can for what I can afford. The sixth album that I bought today is a band that, again, I'm not really into. They do awesome album covers for the most part, just awesome album covers. I'm going to do a video on my favorite album covers as well. Maybe tomorrow I'll do that. That'll be something fun to do. My wife's, today is Saturday night. My wife's been camping with girlfriends from work since Thursday, so I haven't seen her since Thursday morning when we kissed goodbye and I went off to work and she went off to work and then off camping, so she's back tomorrow night. And I'm so bored, I'm doing videos. And I went golfing today for a couple of hours twilight. And I went record shopping. So I got out of the house, I stopped working in the house. I digress. I'm rambling now. The album I picked up was Kansas, Monolith. Kansas, not a fantastic, well, they're a fantastic group, just not my cup of tea. I have Point of No Return, and I have Left Overture that's got their bigger radio hits on it. And I usually don't buy albums that are recommended to me by other people unless I've heard it. But another channel, an excellent channel, Pete Pardo on the Sea of Tranquility. If you haven't checked out his channel, you're not a subscriber, please check him out. He does fantastic shows, very knowledgeable. And he's a big Kansas Styx fan, and he loves Kansas, and he really did a good review on this album that says this is really good. If you like Kansas, you'll like this one. So I took a chance on this. It was only $8. Some really interesting artwork on the back too. Native American scene. Why it has a car on it, I don't know, but that's okay. And this is a gatefold as well. I don't know if you can see that. It's a nice gatefold sleeve in it, and you know, the vinyl is absolutely mint. And again, if you're just starting vinyl collecting, or you're just getting back into it after taking a break for a while, or being a CD guy for a while, or you just want to start a collection, whenever you buy used vinyl, open the album in the store. The stores will never say anything. They expect you to open it and check the vinyl. A, to make sure it's the actual record that says it is on the jacket, because sometimes people swap things, and you go home and say, hey man, I bought Pink Floyd The Wall, and you open it up and it's Barbra Streisand stuff in there. No offense, Barbara, but you know, I didn't buy you. I bought Pink Floyd, and I want to see that. I want to hear that. So if you buy used albums, open them and check them. Not only for quality, you want to make sure the vinyl's unscuffed and that, but you want to make sure you're actually getting in the sleeve what you bought. And I made that mistake when I first started buying used vinyl. I didn't check them, and I came home with, what the hell is this in here? I didn't want this. And I got burned a couple of times doing that, but I very quickly learned to check them. So back in the sleeve with you, and that's the sixth album I bought today. That was Extent. They didn't have a lot of new stock out since I'd last been there, or you know, probably somebody else had gone along and bought it. Now this cool little t-shirt I wanted to show you. This is from my favorite record store, Crazy Bob's Music Emporium in Langley, BC. And yes, Bob is crazy, and you either get him or you don't. But he's a really nice guy. very knowledgeable about music, and gave me this T-shirt a bunch of years ago, and it's got the title of the store on there in the shape of a record with a crown on it, and it says Crazy Bob's Music Emporium, Side 1, where vinyl is king. What I love about this, and I wear this shirt all the time, the back of it says, I love my vinyl. And I wear this everywhere. And I wore it into a store. This T-shirt's like 5-6 years old, and he does one every couple of years. And I wore that to record store day when I went to a store this year, and he just cracked up laughing. He says, "Man, I haven't seen one of those shirts in years. Nobody wears them. You wear it." And I says, "Yeah, I love this shirt." And yeah, he really appreciated that, because he doesn't give these things out for nothing. I mean, they cost him something. So whenever a store gives you a gift like that, appreciate it. Make friends with your local record store. That's about it for today. So I'll call this one a vinyl update. That's about what I got today. I was going to go out again tomorrow, but I think my wife would prefer I save some money and not spend it all on vinyl. So I'll say goodnight again, and please leave your comments down below. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you got these. Again, I'm not a big Heart fan. I'm not a big Kansas fan, but there are songs of theirs that I do really want to hear. So I don't want to buy 45s anymore, but so that's what I do. Okay, good night, and we'll see you again.